to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter. Before we get started, let's take a break and talk about the goals of EQ Video Tip. Welcome back from that quick break. And in fact, we're going to talk about breaks today and why they're important and why we should take them. The article that we're going to focus on is from the Medium, and it's from Amagsha Aliman. And she talks about why it's important to take breaks, did some great research on what people are doing or not doing in terms of breaks today. As an example, Inc.com did a research of 200 employees from different companies, and it found that nearly a quarter of them, or more than a quarter of them, weren't taking breaks except for lunch, believe it or not. I'm sure we're all going through that, working from home in this hybrid environment, and it makes it really hard to focus on your goals. But why is it important to take breaks? And we'll go through why it's important to take breaks, and not only why it's important to take them, but how to take them. Let's take a quick break and jump in to the different tips. First tip, and the reason we want to take breaks, we want to prevent decision fatigue. And when decision fatigue sets in, it impacts and impairs our decision making. When you're tired from a day of working and holding up your constant self-motivation and trying to really drive and do everything you can, your brain feels exhausted. When it feels exhausted, you don't take the time to think through those decisions, and it'll lead you to procrastinate doing other projects or actually making quick decisions that you would normally do. This means taking different breaks at different times throughout the day. We'll focus on today how to restore your long-term motivation as you're going through the day and making sure you take the breaks. So let's figure out how to restore the long-term motivation, boost productivity and your creativity, as well as get rid of decision fatigue. Tip number 2, how do we ensure an effective break? And that's really tough. Most people say, well, I took a break, I looked at my social media. That's actually not the right thing to do, believe it or not. According to a survey by Huffington Post, it actually suggests that activities like browsing social media during a break can significantly increase your stress levels, rendering a social media break very detrimental. And it actually is proven to work that way. What are some things that you can do to combat that? Well, one of the things by a study by Psychology Today is that we need to move around. That means getting up from your desk, walking around, taking a walk outside for 5 minutes every hour. And what that will do is it will combat things like lethargy without reducing your focus and your attention. Additionally, it's going to increase your mood and make you feel better and get your body moving, so to speak. And believe it or not, it can even decrease or dull your hunger pains. So, first tip is movement when we're going to take an effective break. Our next tip, and another great way to do it, meditation. Take 5 minutes to just meditate. That could mean deep breathing, box breathing, 5 minutes of inhaling, exhaling with your eyes closed in a very comfortable position, away from the computer, just keeping your mind off of everything, and away from your phone, of course. When you take these 5 minutes, it's going to help you naturally recharge your body and give your mind a chance to rest and rejuvenate itself, as well as take your mind off the meaningless tasks that you might be doing or that big project, and hopefully refocus what you're doing. So, take a break during the day, either in the morning, midday, or even end of work, 5 minutes for meditation to help you refocus yourself. Our next tip, refuel a bit. Our brains effectively run on glucose, and it can never hurt to fuel them up, especially on a healthy snack and the right snack. That could mean, according to Business Insider, some healthy foods like yogurt or almonds or wasabi peas or fresh or dried fruit, even a protein bar, some apples, peanut butter, little things like that. Just some protein to get you going will help you out and help rejuvenate you to ensure that your mind is focused. Our last tip, when to take breaks. And this is always a question that I get asked. How often should I be breaking during the day? Well, there are a lot of different studies on this. The University of Illinois advocates breaking every hour. There's a post by Inc.com that says every 60 to 90 minutes. According to time tracking apps, desk time should be 52 minutes and then a 17-minute break. It really matters how you're feeling. Think of it when you exercise. When you're exercising, you take breaks when your body feels sore. The same thing should go for your mind. No more than 90 minutes, as according to magazine or incmagazine.com, but ensure that it's right for you. You have to listen to your body, just like if you were running a marathon and you were training, you would take time off every day to stretch. Do the same here. Take a moment, figure out what works best for you, and in doing so, you'll rejuvenate yourself. But the most important piece is to ensure you take breaks during the day. That concludes this week's EQ video tip. Hopefully you'll take a break, watch this video, and then incorporate it into your daily routine. So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ Video Tip, we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.